Hello and welcome to the Holiday Radio 2022. So just about to do a review of the holidays. It's now Thursday now. We got home, so the flight was scheduled to come back home. Got delays. I'll talk about the outwards journey from Lanzarote at the end. So we managed to get home, but we managed to get home at 4:45 in the morning on Wednesday. So we've all had about 5 hours sleep yesterday. And it was just a case of getting the house in order and stuff yesterday. So let's start the holiday review. So let's start off with the airport. Going outwards to Lanzarote, what a nightmare it has been getting out. So it got cancelled, the flight going the first day. So we checked in as normal. We did it all online, so we only really need to drop bags off at bag drop, so it only took about 15 minutes at check-in. So we did that, then went through security. Took us about half an hour. I say security was slow and steady. It depends really in security how many lanes they've got open. So I think we're out of there in about half an hour. And then we decided to have something to eat first. Well, we had a wander around the shops at the airport. You probably guess which airport we flew from, because obviously we live in the northwest of England. So we got through there, had a look around, and then we were queuing to get something to eat. Well, and then my mum was like, "You go on and have a look around the shops." We stay there. So originally we were going to eat a Samaro, which is an Italian restaurant, which is I don't know how much it is normally. You usually don't eat there, but there was a queue about 10 or 15 people, so we had a look around the shops. I was in Smith's, so there's two Smith's, one just before duty free and one after duty free. So the one after had it aboard all the flights, so I was in there getting some stuff, blazing out like sweets. We have Mentos because you meant to suck them in and you're taking off, so got some Mentos. And it said there was a board at the till saying flight delayed 1 hour 20. We decided not to eat in San Carlo, so there was like just a huge seating area, because there was some restaurants upstairs, some restaurants downstairs, so it was like huge seating area where the restaurant downstairs were. So we sat around. So my brother queued up at a fast food place called Archie's, I think it is. So he queued up for about half an hour, 45 minutes to be told. Oh sorry, we don't have stuff we wanted. So in the end we found a bar which does burgers, by which point I was hungry because we were going to have early tea anyway at the airport, and then something on the plane. So early tea. So I've already had my breakfast and just had a couple nice biscuits, Dunkin' brew before I went. So that's what I did. So once we found a bar hidden away which did burgers, so that hit the spot. So then we got called to the gate. So this hour 20 delay turned into an hour and 50, because they were like, 10 to 7. We haven't cleaned the plane. No, it was 6:30. I haven't cleaned the plane. And then announced at 7:30. Oh, we're still loading. Oh, we haven't loaded your bags on. So we got on the plane. It was 8:15. 3 hours after we were originally due to fly. So at which point we sat down. Everyone sat down on the plane, put seatbelts on, and then the captain came out of the cockpit and announced, due to, I think it'd been somewhere else and it got delayed going out, so it had a knock-on effect. So going out, so coming back in it was late, and then it had a knock-on effect on that flight. He said so, unfortunately, because Lanzarote airport shuts at midnight. We won't be able to fly you tonight. You have to go through border control and then through the baggage hall to get cases, and then there will be a rep down there to tell you where you're going. So yeah. So while we were waiting, they gave us free drinks on board the plane. So yeah. So then we got there, got through baggage hall, and then we were waiting for about 2 hours for the coaches to take us to this hotel they put us up in. So yeah. So the flight was 10 o'clock the next day, which was Wednesday in the morning. So, but the rep didn't know until after more people came through the hall. We were one of the first ones to come through customs. So yeah, we did that, and then I was like, I'm hungry, I'm going to go and get something out of M&S. So yeah, so I had something, and some more people coming out from the flight. They've got the information now. The flight was at 10 AM. So yeah, so then organised coaches were shambles, because basically what happened was they were letting us go in groups. So group of 7, so me, my mum and the twins were together, and I was like, turn around, see where everyone was, and my dad, my granddad and my brother got hold up. It was like come forward, but they wouldn't let. And then and then it went into a row, so in the end it was just put them in the minibus to the hotel. So we did that. We got to the hotel. It was about 11:15 at night at the point. So yeah, so we sorted out 3 hotel rooms, the 7 of us. So we had to have 2 cases in each room. So then, yeah. So then everyone's going, where's this, where's that, where's this, and that. So yeah, some people our group wanted some tea, didn't like the food at the airport. So yeah, so I just stayed in the hotel room, which I decided to go in and stayed. So yeah, so I had a shower because I knew I wouldn't get the chance in the morning, brushed my teeth, like stuff like that, and then went to sleep. But I kept getting disturbed because everyone was like, where's this, where's this? So by the time I got into like proper sleep, it was about 1ish, 1:15. I had to be up at 5:30. So then we get to Wednesday, they supposed to fly. There was already a 20-minute delay. Now I use this app called Flight Radar. I think it's Flight Radar. Yeah, and I was checking the flights, and it was like 20-minute delay. So it's good. So got on plane, and then they announced, oh, yours hasn't come on yet. So there was a guy, I think, from handling agent on the phone trying to work out where all luggage was. So yeah, again, sail through airport. It wasn't really busy. for the airport. Now, I noticed on the Wednesday morning, Jet2 seemed to be the busiest airline check-in, but TUI wasn't. Scotia was a lot more busier, but again, like Tuesday, it just kept moving, although there was a couple more lanes not open. But yeah, still through. Did that. So yeah, so then landed in Lanzarote. Bags came off straight away from the corner of my eye, I noticed. So yeah, so bags were out straight away, and then got a taxi to the villa, and then that's when another problem right. So the owner of the villa, so we booked through a website, I think it's booking.com, and booking.com, yeah, you have to arrive within 6 hours of your arrival. It's either arrival or flight scheduled landing time, I think. So if you're coming from abroad. So yeah, the guy who owned the villa gave out email, contact, no phone number. So yeah, and because everyone was rushing around hotel rooms, it was on my man's email, but my man didn't get a chance to check email. So we got there, and it's a key. The keys were to the villa was in a safe, like key safety deposit box. So yeah, so it didn't work. So luckily there was a lovely expat next door. He gave us he said we can leave the suitcases in there with her while we go and sort out things and have a drink at the bar. So we did that, found out that booking got cancelled. So yeah, which was a nightmare, at which point it's like, God, it's been a nightmare, so we should just go home. But we got it sorted, so by the time I got in there it was 6 o'clock. And yeah, so we got it sorted finally. So then we were like, let's go to the local supermarket. So we did that, and then got bits and stuff. So moving on. So yeah, so let's start with the accommodation. The accommodation was absolutely lovely, gorgeous. It was a really lovely villa. I could not find any fault with it apart from 3 minor issues. So things like the Wi-Fi, you can pretty much get everywhere downstairs, including around the villa and pool area, but if you go upstairs there's always certain parts of upstairs you could get the Wi-Fi. Again, couldn't get British TV, I had to watch Netflix. What else? That's about it, really. Oh yeah, that's another thing. So we each chose our own rooms. So again, it was like it is back home. So the twins shared a room. They both had their own separate. Me and my brother chose the bedroom that we wanted, and yeah, and with 2 singles, so we just 2 singles pushed to make a double, so we just pushed them apart. So yeah, so separate beds. Yeah, so the beds that me and my brother step on, sleep on, was cry. They were alright, but not comfortable. Lots of comfortable back home. So yeah, so facility, so the villa was 2 minutes away from the beach, and then you walk along the beach promenade. You were about 5 minutes away from restaurants, like we discovered quite a lot of restaurants down there, There's a couple of pizzerias, restaurants down there, which were lovely. There's a shopping centre about 10 minutes walk away, with a supermarket. It was actually the largest shopping centre in Lanzarote. So there's like a H&M, Pull Bear, bowling, which we used a couple of times, and KFC, Burger King. It was a lovely sweetie shop which you can do pick and mix in. So yeah, and then just about 5 minutes down the road, actually opposite the shopping centre, which is separated by one of the motorways in Lanzarote, there's a huge industrial estate, and you go just further from the motorway junction, you come off, there is a Lidl and a Mercadona. I would say I probably use Lidl and Hyperdino more than Mercadona. I've been to Mercadona once while I was there, but I just found it not to my vibe. You know, it was alright, but I just couldn't get the logic around the layout of it. Like, they had like tin of stuff with fresh red meals, oils with beers. Oh, Lidl did have oils with beers, but they're more logical layout. Yeah, so like, and stuff like table sauces for like soft drinks, and then milk with toilet roll and stuff. So yeah, so probably use Lidl and Hyperdino more. I would say though, the Lidl was always packed to Raffles, no matter what time it went in. So yeah, we did, so I was happy with that. I also noticed that food prices in Spain are a lot cheaper. Some things are a lot cheaper, some things aren't. So things like medicines, you have to get out of pharmacy there. You can't buy medicines out of the supermarket, unlike you want plasters. So yeah, but also things like toilet rolls and Heinz baked beans were much cheaper. So a can of Heinz baked beans were 65 cents, 64 in Hyperdino, 65 in Mercadona. Yeah, and that size tin I got would have cost £1.20 out of Tesco in here. And again, toilet rolls, again, never seen. Again, Andrex is called Scottex over there, but obviously Lidl does do their special buy, so I got the leaflet of those, and in it was offered on Andrex 30 rolls for €5, which is so cheap. You can only get 9 rolls for £5 here, and I think the 24 is about £10 over here. For 24. So yeah. But also, like, I looked at Mercadona and Hyperdino because those are like two of the big chain stores there. And the prices were very similar. Like McDonald's was more expensive, about 2 or 1 cent on most items than Hyperdino, which I thought was alright. Now back at home, I've noticed that all the simple mix can charge pretty much a different price. So for instance, you'll see a shopping haul I got from Tesco after this today. I got pizza dough, which is the usual price £2, but it was on offer because God, so the usual price is £2 in Tesco, it's £1.75 Morrison's, and £2.35 in Sainsbury's. So, but I've noticed in Sainsbury's everything seems to be I'll buy 10p or 15p dearer than what it is in Tesco and Morrison's. So yeah, so moving on to their local area, like places we visited. So we visited 2 places. So we were actually to town to the left and town to right. which went to the capital, which was the town to the right, which was really nice, many restaurants on the promenade. Yeah, so it was nice, and we actually went there Father's Day as well, really nice. I didn't get much exploring done around the capital. I think we stayed close to the promenade and beach area. We then went town to the right, which was which seems to be the main tourist area of the island, which two minds to say, it looked really commercialised. Like there was loads of like British and Irish bars there, so yeah, it felt really commercialised, which isn't my sort of thing when I go away on holiday. Yeah, so yeah, do that. So yeah, it's nice. Really spent the day there twice. So looked around the shopping centre there, but there was a Zara. Now that's a tip. If you see something in Zara, you look in Spain, get it, because Zara is a Spanish company and the prices seem to be cheaper over in Spain than they are here. So I got like a tie-dye top. It's just like an orange white tie-dye t-shirt that cost me €19.95. So I did currency convert it. It came out about 16.86, something like that. And I looked on the UK Zara website, and that was selling for £22.99p. So I saved £6 on that. So yeah. So I'm happy with that. So yeah. What else? I apologise, that was a rude story and I just took her out and I'm doing this. What else? Is that, yeah, so yeah. We're happy where we stayed. Yeah. Again, going back to the really God reported weather, because sometimes in the hotel, you have to, like, when I went all inclusive, all like when you get your meals provided for, you're like, like you have to be down meals for a set time, and you missed it. So like it in a real way, you can just choose what to eat, because yeah, it's also a set menu. So if they don't have stuff you like, obviously, well, you can't eat from there. So yeah. Oh, now. So yeah. So getting on the journey home, which was a nightmare. So journey home. So we actually had to do endless running today, because there were people arriving at the villa and they're almost like you have to be out by a certain amount of time, but you can leave your suitcases down in the basement, and I'll just pass them. I'll just have them in the garage, so when you come to pick them up at night, you can just take them. So yeah, so we had to pick them up at 6 o'clock. So we did that and then went straight to the airport. So we spent Tuesday wandering around. So we did stuff like bowling, went into the capital, but I had to come back because it was really warm there, even though back when we were staying, it was like a breeze, it was really, really warm. So yeah, so we did that. Then what else? I'm trying to think. Then so we did that, get our luggage, went straight into Lanzarote airport really early, so luckily there was a coffee shop there, so we had like a drink and stuff, and then we queued, and then I was checking the flight radar app. It said flight left 1 hour and 50 minutes late, which was like, so it landed at 10 to 11. So yeah, so we were waiting round, was like, where is this plane? And it was really funny because it said on the boarding screen flight boarding at 10 to 11, but it didn't arrive. And how can you board a plane that hasn't arrived and you haven't cleared it? I mean, cleared it of rubbish and clean it, and well, unload luggage, put luggage in. So it's really fast turnaround because it took 45 minutes to do it. So yeah, which was for. So luckily we got boarded, and it was an hour delay. So we were originally meant to be flying at 10:30, but it was pushed back an hour. So we managed to get in home at the airport at 4:45 in the morning. By the time the luggage got on, it was an hour after, because the flight that landed 20 minutes before us, and the luggage was still going out. So by the time we got into the taxi, went into M&S to get some milk, it was 5:15. And by the time we got home and got to bed, it was 5:45, and everyone had about 5 hours sleep yesterday. So we were all shattered yesterday. That's why I didn't do it yesterday. So yeah. So we just had like naps in the afternoon. So yeah. So So it's really quick turnaround, because I was thinking, oh god, do we go and cancel it, and then we got to stay in a hotel for the night. But luckily we got home, hotel for the night, and then we get to the hotel and it's like, oh, we've not got enough rooms for us. So yeah, so check the flight radar app and the flight. And when it was cancelled on the Tuesday, it left at 5:45. So yeah. So like, so I did a few shops today out Tesco. I was going to do one yesterday, but we were too tired to do it, so we just did a small quick one out the local co-op and used the local Tesco, and did a big one today, so you see that after this. What else? So I hope you enjoy this holiday review. I'm sorry it's nearly 30 minutes long, but I'm just want to do it in depth, and also want to share the problems we had at the start of the holiday as well. Yeah. Oh, by the way, luckily there was 2 going back home. The Jet 2 one went on time on Tuesday, but ours didn't do one. So yeah, so what we need to do now is we also need to file and claim money back for the cancelled flight on Tuesday, because we were delayed by 3 hours. But the flight actually took off. Around 15 hours, so conversation. So yeah, so we get a full flight refund, and then £350 per person. It's either 350 or 400. So yeah, so we need to get that claimed done. So I hope you enjoyed this review. And if you stayed around, because it's nearly just over 30 minutes long, then do apologise. So I suggest when you watch this, get yourself a drink, and I'll see you again. And the groceries from Tesco will be up after this. Bye guys.